Okay, we'll come over to Whiteacres near Newquay today. It's a commercial fishery. There's loads of lakes here that predominantly are set up for the match style fishing, although all the lakes here do have carp in them, but there is a couple of specimen lakes as well. So I've come right through to the end of the complex here today, down onto Nelson's Lake. Now this might be a compact lake, but it's absolutely rammed full of features. There's islands, there's channels, there's reed beds. You look down the margins, everywhere looks tasty. Everywhere you want to stick a rig. So what I'm going to do is have an approach where it's going to be a sort of a mix between stalking and like fishing off the barrow and being mobile. I might even prime a few spots for later on in the day. I've got some hybrid 10mm boilies with me, bit of pellet, bit of ground bait, but to start with, the main aim is just to use high attract presentations, little pockets of bait, bright pop-ups, and just fish them to the features. I've only got a very short day session here today, so what I'm going to do is if I don't get a bite within an hour or so, I'll move the rods around within the swim, and like I say, I might even move to another area of the lake altogether. Well anyway, got one rod in the water now, just get this one in and we'll see how we get on. That didn't take long. Looks like the tactics are working. This rod fished close to one of those features I was talking about earlier. A few 10mm over the top and it's away. Bit airy there for a second. These fish obviously know where to head. That one was heading straight down for one of the channels, but luckily we've got him away. Let's concentrate on what we're doing and get him in the net. Here we go. Here's that little carp we just landed. Not the biggest one I've ever had, but like I say, I've come here to catch a few fish. I just want a few bites. I know there's some bigger ones in here, so what we do is we just get this one back, get that rod straight back out there. It was a quick bite, this one, so hopefully we can get another quick bite and it'll be a bit bigger. Here we go. Got another one on, same rod. Literally just been in a few minutes. A couple of liners. The next thing we know, we're in. It don't feel very big. It feels like the size of the last one. I've just seen it. It's another small fish, but like I say, I'm not here to break any records today. I'm here to have a little bit of fun. A few bites, and the way these fish are battling around on a short soft rod, that's exactly what I'm having. He's really battling in the margins. Like I say, it's quite nice on these rods. I'm actually using two stalking rods today. They're a couple of 10-foot free spirit creepers, so they've got a nice soft action. I'm only having to flick the rods out a short distance, so they're ideal for this sort of fishing. Right, he's in the net. It's another little tacker by the looks of it, but I'll get the mat out and have a look at him. Right, that's the hook out and out of the way. My little clockwork orange pop-up. As you can see, it's just another little one again. That's what we'll do. So just get him straight back. Well, the bites in that last swim seem to have dried up a little bit. So even though it's getting late in the day, I quickly put everything back on the bar, move around to another spot. It just goes to show how these little eye attract tactics are working really well. This rod's literally been in the water for like 30 seconds. I'll try and get him in and I'll show you what I've been doing. But this one, there's been no feed at all, just a little bag of pellet. I am using a new product that we've got out at Mainline this year, the liquid match additives. And if I can get this fish in, I'll tell you a little bit more about those liquids in a second. Here we go. Come on, over the net. Ooh. Well, there we go. Whee! Still a bit of fight left in him. Like I say, there we go. A little bit better than the first two that we had. Been a little bit unlucky today on the weights, I think. There's some nice fish in here, but at least we've been getting the bites. Like I say, been using a new product from Mainline, the liquid match additives. I caught this one on a bag, soaked in the hybrid version. And I've also been using the Pacific tuna and the pellet enhancer today. But there's another couple of other flavours in the range. There's Tutti Frutti and one that's sure to be popular with everybody, a cell version as well. They're PVA friendly, but they're a very intense soluble liquid, so you only need a little bit. Perfect for putting onto your hook bait. You can even put them on maggots if you want. They won't kill maggots or anything like that. And just as I've been doing, you can soak your PVA bags with the liquid as well. And as you can see, the attraction levels really work. This rod was literally in the water for like 2 minutes. But anyway, we'll get this one back and hopefully we might have a chance to nab another one before we go. Well, that move certainly has paid off. I got that rod back out and just as that rod hit the water on the point of one of the islands, I've seen a fish out in open water just head and shoulder. So once that first rod was in the rest, I reeled in my right hand rod. Like I say, I've got some bags of response pellets all soaked up in the hybrid version of the liquid match additive, and it was just a simple case of just quickly hooking one on and casting it out. And again, really shows how liquid attraction can work on these types of venues. Within 2-3 minutes, that rod was away. And again, it feels like a bit better fish. I think this lake is kind of split into 2 halves by a line of islands, and we were on the other side of these islands and we had a couple of smaller fish, and we've moved over here and we certainly latched into some bigger ones. This is actually one of the fish that you may encounter when you're fishing commercial fisheries, and it's a ghostie. So here we go, as you can see, bit of an odd looking one, these ghosties. But like I say, you do get them in the commercial fisheries. All I'm worried about really is that we've been getting our tactics right. Come over here to White Acres to get a few bites today, and that's what we've had. we've had a good bit of fun. So we'll get this one back, and I think I might just have time to see if we can sneak one more. Well, seems that the action's dried up a little bit now. The sun's starting to drop, it's getting late in the day, so I think it's time to call it a day. Get these rods in, get ourselves home, catch up with you again on another session.